Yes, as we hear from the massed ranks of the Bath fans over there in the to the right of us here in the main stand here at Paulton, just on the not just on the halfway line, but over on the what will be Bath City's right-hand side of the pitch, which is where they're going to take this corner from. And we thought it was about to come in, but it doesn't look like it is. And now it does come in now. It's played to the near post. One in the air by Bath. Now it's number 11, Morgan, tried to win the ball, but it's gone out again. And I think that will be a throw-in to Bath City. So Bath keep the pressure up here on the in the Paulton final third. It's going to be number 11, Kerry Morgan, to take this. Morgan to Bowman. Bowman does a 1-2 with Morgan. Morgan trying to get to he does take it to the byline. He puts a cross in to the near post, but it's headed away. Ball comes fizzing in. That was number 8, Canham, who took the corner, and that one misses. Well, it goes wide of the goal, but Bath City showing a little bit of their own attacking intent there. It was a bright start from Paulton, Mark, but Bath letting Paulton know what they're all about.
Yeah, I think obviously with the side Bath put out stronger than probably everyone would have thought they would have put out. Obviously the James Billings chance was a big chance. It looked like he got a bobble, and obviously sent it over the bar. Would have been interesting if that had gone in to see how Bath reacted. And since then they've been the stronger side.
Bath on the attack again here, down their right flank. Morgan to Bowman again. Just inside there, but it was dispossessed there very well by Ben Osman. Osman breaks down the left for Paulton. He's got men up with him now in support, but he's doing well to hold up the ball. Just gets into the box, wins the ball back. He's twisting and turning. He's managed to keep the ball. He's just playing it out there to Steve Bridges. Bridges puts it across in. It's one in the air, and that's the opening goal. But Paulton Rovers have taken the lead here. It was number 9, Billing, wasn't it, Mark? And that was a fantastic effort there.
Yeah, I think it came from Ben Osman originally winning the ball. Obviously broke. Thought he'd actually lost control of it, but then rolled it back to Steve Bridges, who put in a fantastic cross. And James Billings, he doesn't look like he's very good in the air for the size of him, but he's fantastic, and put it into the corner. Great goal.
Now, I felt, Andrew, really, they were like two boxers in those opening moments of this game, feeling each other out. I didn't expect a goal to be coming then, and I'm sure you didn't expect it to be coming from Paulton Rovers.
I think the mistake was really made by Mark Canham on the halfway line. Gave the ball away fairly softly there. He had a chance then to get it back from Ben Osman on the edge of the penalty area. Failed to do so, and when the cross came in, Billings basically unmarked. But it revealed one or two defensive errors that City has suffered from this season. But they won't be very happy at getting a goal down so early on. And
I mean, we should say well done to Ben Osman as well, because he did. His persistence really paid off, holding the ball up well for Paulton, and then waiting for an opportunity for one of his strikers to get in a good position.
I think probably City fans listening to this will think, Paulton Rovers, it's an absolute walkover. What they forget is if you actually look at the league form, Paulton Rovers in particularly good form at the moment. Only lost one of their last few games. And when you play any side that is confident, that's going well, it doesn't matter really what league they're in, they'll have the confidence to get forward.
So that's livened things up a bit here at Winterfield Road. 1-0 as Bryce wins the ball in the air for in the Paulton defence. Of course, Bath will be looking for an immediate reaction here as they've won themselves. No, they haven't. It's going to be a throw in to Paulton. It's going to be taken by Lee Davidson down here on the just inside the Paulton half, and he throws it up towards Bushin. Bushin trying to get it across to the right-hand flank, but was won there by number 7, Joe Lennox for Bath. Have we got a time for that goal?
9 minutes?
8 minutes. 8 minutes. 9
minutes on the right-hand side, 8 minutes on my left.
I think we might be sitting in the middle of some sort of meridian.
I'll go for 8.5.
Yeah, I think about 8.5 minutes then. But still an awful lot of football to be played here in this Somerset Cup tie. Not necessarily one that we would normally associate with the height of competition, but with both, we've got some good starting lineups here. So it'll be interesting to see how this game plays out as Phillips brings the ball under control. Of course, these two sides did meet, I think it was 5 years ago in the final of the competition.
And I was there that night, the infamous night, first of all at Weston, when the floodlights failed, and we hung around waiting for them to come back on, and the teams trooped off, and the minute that they walked into the dressing rooms, the floodlights came back on. Absolute triumph there. We had to lend Weston at least £5 coins to actually put the lights back on. That game abandoned. It was, of course, played back then at Twerton Park, and Bath City ran out the winners, which was the last time that they, of course, won the Somerset Cup.
Bridges brings the ball forward for Paulton Rovers. He plays the ball into Bushin, but it's intercepted by the Bath defence. It's only gone as far as Davidson. Davidson plays the ball again down the left-hand channel, but adjudged, I think Bushin again adjudged there to have been offside. Now, Mark, were you at that game when Paulton played Bath?
Yeah, I played in both games. Very good games, to be honest. The first game was pretty even. I think everyone would have been happy to share the trophy after the first game when the lights went out, but we had to play the second game, and I remember it. I think Martin Poole became one of the all-time leading goal scorers for Bath City in that game. I'm good friends with Martin from obviously a long time ago at Bath City, and he was right by me when he scored the goal, and the smile on his face was massive. And then obviously had the when we won Paulton Rovers as well, when we won the Somerset Cup. So yeah, quite a good history in this competition.
Yeah, well, you must have learnt a lot from those games when you were playing, because, of course, you did go on to manage a cup-winning side at Welton, and you beat Yeovil Town on the way, didn't you?
Yeah, we beat Yeovil in the semi-final. Again, I think it was more probably down to the state of the Welton pitch and the fact that some of them players didn't actually probably want to be there from Yeovil in the semi-final of the Somerset Cup at Paulton Rovers. But it was obviously still good to beat them 2-0, and then obviously we went on to win it, which was a fantastic night.
Well, a salutary lesson, of course, in what can happen when a lower league side plays a higher league side.
Well, while Mark was going through his footballing history, I think that was just part one, of course, the Queen Victoria era. We have had a substitution. Mark Priest has gone off for Bath City after just 10 minutes, and Dan Ball's come on. And I can only imagine that must be Priest still not well. He missed a couple of games recently, and I don't think City would have wanted to have made that substitution quite as early as they have done. But Ball, of course, experienced. He's been playing at that centre-back position, and he now lines up alongside Jim Rollo.
And indeed, Bath did have an attack during that last period, which Davidson did very well to shepherd out for a goal kick. Now it's Paulton who are on the attack, but again they fall foul of the linesman's flag on that occasion, which has provoked a little bit of debate. Anyway, Bath City get underway a little bit. They get underway quickly. It's going to be Chris Allen, and now got the ball into the Paulton half, trying to thread a ball through there. That's number 7, Joe Lennox, with that through ball, but he's been dispossessed by Paulton, now bringing it forward. Ball played over to Bridges on the left. Bridges, a player well known to both Welton and Paulton fans. In that case, it was number 8, Osman, looking for a ball down the line for Bushin to chase, but couldn't get there. And given possession back to Bath, who give it to Josh Jeffries. Header up to halfway line by Bath this time. I think that comes off of Jeffries' backside to Davidson. Davidson plays a ball down the channel. That's going to be collected by Bushin, but yet again we've got ourselves an offside. So the Paulton Rovers players struggling a little bit in the last few minutes with the Bath City offside trap, but Bath will have a free kick just outside their area on their right hand side. Could have been colder tonight.
It could have been, and I'm not sure if Mark will remember this. I think it was before his time at City. The coldest ever Somerset Cup tie was played between Bath City and Brislington many, many years ago when Tony Ricketts was around. And I can remember standing there watching that game. It went into extra time, it went into penalties. By then just about everybody had lost interest, and there was icicles coming off Tony Ricketts' nose, I think I remember rightly.
You remember that, Mark?
No, I wasn't there then, but I do remember some Somerset Cup games that were very cold, and quite frankly, I don't think many of the players actually wanted to be there. It's one of those competitions that seems to come alive in the latter stages, to be honest.
Well, Paulton very much with everything to play for in their season, still going for promotion, of course, handily placed in the playoffs on a very good run of form. Bath might fancy a little bit of silverware to bring their season to a climax. They've got themselves a free kick now over on the left-hand side of the pitch, midway into the Paulton half. This ball's going to be delivered into the box. In fact, actually, it's not. Well, I thought it was going to be a cross into the box, but I think that looked a little bit more like a shot to me.
It was Kerry Morgan taking it, so it was bound to be a shot.
And I hope my car wasn't on the end of that one. But anyway, the ball's quickly got out to...
Is yours the car with the large dent in?
Yeah, it might be now. Fortunately, I think it's a little bit further to the left. But yes. Anyway, Carl Phillips will get us back underway. So it's not a bad turnout at all here tonight at Winterfield Road, as we were hoping for for what is in many ways a local derby, certainly for Paulton. Paulton now breaking down that right-hand side. It's James Vincent. Vincent can't get the ball in. He can't deliver the cross, but he has won his side at a corner, and it looks like it's going to be... I think it's a corner anyway. Is that going to be a corner? Yep. That is going to be a corner. What a relief. The spectacles are still working, and it's going to be Bridges who's going to take it. And that's over on the Paulton right flank. Bridges delivers the ball around the penalty spot. One in the air. There's a bobble in the box. It was that was Bush in for Paulton, who was trying to connect. He had 2 bites of the cherry in the end, but Bath City do manage to get it away. Now they're breaking through the pace of Lennox, but that's going to be Lee Davidson who mops things up at the back there, gets it back to Phillips in the Paulton goal, and Phillips launches it out to halfway. Bush in again, gets the ball under control, and now it's Mapston for Paulton. Mapston finds Billings, the goal scorer. Billings gets it out to Davidson, the left back. Davidson plays an optimistic ball for Bushin to latch onto. This game settled down, I think, after that early excitement. It
has, but I have to say the City defence looks decidedly shaky. I mean, at that moment when the ball came in, it was like a postman facing a Rottweiler. Nobody really quite certain which way to go. Jason Miller half came for it, then went back onto his line. And, of course, Jim Rollo and Dan Ball won't have played together before in those positions, but they need to shape up a little bit at the back, I think.
So Paulton get the ball up to halfway again. Billing dispossessed, and Bath City bring it away down their left, looking for Charles. But Bath again, Paulton again managed to get it away. And now Bridges showing a turn of speed. He was putting number 2, Dan Bowman, under pressure. And the ball's gone out of play over on the right-hand side. So Paulton will have a throw-in midway into the right-hand side in the Bath City half. Not taken quite midway, got down to Billings. Billings on the tight to the byline, but he's dispossessed. Ball got away by Bath up to halfway, but again headed back into the Bath half. But Bath get it away. Mapston now will have the ball. He's got Billings with him, but he's decided for the long ball up towards Billings. Paulton, that was number 7. That was Jamie Vincent, wins it in the air. So Paulton still showing some positive momentum going forward, Mark. You've got to think that the Paulton management will be happy with this so far.
Yeah, I think they will be happy with this start. Again, I think when you play teams that are it's first of all trying to compete with them, make sure you're winning battle.
How many? Sorry, Mark. It looks like Bath are coming through to equalise, and they've rolled it in there. Paulton Rovers trying to trip the offside trap. I'm just trying to see who that has scored. I think that was number 10. It was it was Charlie Griffin for Bath. I think that was a touch of the commentator's cast there, Mark, because just when I went to you to talk about how well Paulton were playing there, the linesman his flag was expected to go up, but it didn't, and Paulton find themselves on level terms.
Yeah, it looked offside, to be honest, but all I can assume is that it come off a Paulton player's head and not a Bath City player's head, because he was 5 yards offside. But it must have come off a Paulton head. But it was a great finish. Charlie Griffin's a good finisher, and again he showed it there.
Now, I've got a feeling you're going to be slightly more impartial than Andrew on this one. I mean, we had a pretty good view of that. We certainly didn't think it'd come off of a Paulton head, but do you think that is? Do you think that is likely?
That's all I can assume, because he was stood offside, but again it must have just come off a Paulton head. But again, when he goes through, Charlie Griffin, don't worry about that. It's a fantastic finish. Yeah.
Griffin still with a lot of work to do there, Andrew, but what about that decision?
I think it was a stroke of luck for Bath City. I don't think that touched a Paulton player. I think the referee's assistant was a little bit behind the game there. He was standing just a yard back. Griffin, I think, was offside when he got it. It was a lovely through ball from Kerry Morgan, and as Mark's just said, Charlie Griffin moving on to that. He's the last forward you want to face in that situation, because he certainly isn't going to miss those. City then drawing level 1-1 on 18 minutes.
Well, we've had it all here so far. I think that'll be the last time I go to Mark for any comment, because obviously it's resulted in a Bath goal, but Paulton played the ball into the box looking for an immediate reaction. Bryce was there but didn't win the header. It was cleared by Paulton. Now it's Jeffries who's gone over on that who's over on the left wing to try and bring the ball back. It will be a throw-in because the ball went out of play from a Bath City player. So this is midway on the left flank in the Bath City half. Paulton on the attack again. taking their time about getting this one into the box, Paulton. I think this could be, perhaps we could be shaping up for a long one. It's just gone to Bridges, just down on the left, near the corner flag. He's managed to get himself stuck right in the corner flag, and that ball's been cleared from under his feet, and it will go out, not for a corner, but for a throw-in to Paulton. So they're right buried deep into the Bath City half, and as I say, looking for an immediate reaction. 1-1. It's gone up to Billing. Billing loses out on that occasion, and Bath will look to bring it away. Bring it up there. It's going to be cut.